Most people planning a high-end event ask the wrong question. They debate band versus DJ like it's a preference issue, like choosing between champagne and cocktails. But here's what no one tells you: that entire debate is a distraction. The real question isn't which type of entertainment you choose, it's what feeling you want guests to walk away with and why. Most hosts waste thousands of dollars choosing based on criteria that have nothing to do with the experience they're actually trying to create. I've designed a lot of events, and I can tell you, entertainment isn't background noise. It's the heartbeat of your entire night. It shapes pacing, emotional flow, energy transitions, and what guests remember 6 months later. And yet, most people treat this decision like a vendor category instead of the single most important design choice they'll make. That mistake costs more than money. It costs the experience itself. By the end of this video, you're going to understand how to think about entertainment the way professional event designers do. Not as band or DJ, but as emotional architecture. You'll know exactly which option serves your specific event, your venue, your guest experience, and more importantly, you'll stop second guessing yourself based on what looks impressive online versus what actually creates the kind of night people talk about for years. Because here's the truth: you can spend $250 per head, hire the most talented musicians or the most experienced DJ, and still have a night that feels forgettable. Not because the entertainment was bad, but because it wasn't designed to serve the story you were trying to tell. I've been on site when a band took a break during peak energy and killed the momentum entirely. I've watched a DJ completely misread a room because they didn't understand the cultural context of the guest list. And I've also seen hybrid setups. A DJ with a live saxophonist create a level of energy and surprise that neither option could have achieved alone. The difference wasn't budget necessarily, it was strategy. And that's the mistake I'm going to help you avoid. Section 1. Entertainment isn't a category, it's the emotional engine of your event. Most people think of entertainment as a vendor hire. It's not. It's the emotional engine that drives your entire event. Your entertainment choice doesn't just set the vibe, it determines whether guests leave with photos or memories. Here's why most people get this backwards. In their study on event memory formation, researchers at the Event Marketing Institute found that attendees recall emotional peaks and final moments far more vividly than logistical execution or aesthetic details. Music, they noted, was the single most consistent trigger for emotional peak states. A lot of people underestimate how much the entertainment choice shapes the entire energy of an event. One of the biggest questions clients ask is whether they should hire a DJ or a live band. And honestly, there is no universally correct answer. It depends on the type of experience you want to create. Entertainment is not background. It's the structure that holds the emotional arc of your event together. It dictates pacing, when energy rises, when it softens, how guests transition between moments. Think of it this way: your event is a story. Entertainment is the score. You wouldn't score a thriller the same way you'd score a romance. Same principle here. Most people choose based on aesthetics or trends. Quote, a band feels fancier, or a DJ is more modern, end quote. But those are surface level decisions. What you're really choosing is how you want your guests to feel during key moments like arrival, dinner, dancing, and send-off. And those feelings determine what they remember. Here's what happens when entertainment is treated as background noise instead of emotional design. You get technically perfect execution with zero resonance. I've watched events where Every logistical detail was flawless: stunning venue, impeccable catering, beautiful decor, and guests still left early. Not because anything went wrong, but because nothing felt intentional. The entertainment didn't build, it didn't shift, it didn't create peaks or valleys, it just existed. That's the difference between an event that's managed and one that's designed. When you understand that entertainment is the emotional engine, you stop asking which one is classier and start asking, what do I need guests to feel at 7 p.m. versus 9 p.m. versus midnight? That shift in thinking changes everything. A corporate event celebrating a major milestone might need a live band during the formal program to signal prestige and gravitas, then transition to a DJ for the after party to create energy and connection. One without the other misses the arc. A wedding might want string musicians during the ceremony to create intimacy and reverence, a DJ during cocktail hour to keep energy light, and a full band for the reception to make dancing feel celebratory and alive. The point is, your entertainment choice should map to the emotional journey you're designing, not to a trend, not to a budget, not to what someone else did at their event, to the story you are telling. Section 2. Live bands create immersion, but come with hidden operational costs most people don't anticipate. Live bands create a level of emotional immersion that's hard to replicate, but there are logistical and financial realities people don't think about until it's a little too late. Everyone wants a live band until they realize the hidden costs no one warned them about. Here's what actually happens behind the scenes. There's something inherently immersive and elevated about live musicians performing in real time. Guests tend to feel more connected to the moment, especially during milestone moments like first dances, ceremony music, or high-energy receptions. Bands can make an event feel luxurious, cinematic, and unforgettable. But, and this is critical, live bands are significantly more expensive. We're not just talking about the performance fee. You're also paying for setup time, teardown, sound engineering, potentially additional equipment rentals, depending on your venue's infrastructure. Bands also require more space. A 5-piece band needs room for instruments, amplifiers, monitors, and often a small stage or riser. If your venue is intimate or has limited square footage, a band can dominate the room visually and spatially in a way that doesn't always serve the guest experience. Then there's the song catalog issue. Even the best bands have a set list. They can learn new songs, but there's a limit. A DJ, by contrast, has access to virtually any song ever recorded and can transition between eras and cultural contexts seamlessly. And here's the reality no one talks about. Bands need breaks. Union rules, stamina require rest periods. If those breaks aren't managed with a backup DJ or are carefully timed around low energy moments like dinner service, you lose momentum. I've seen events where the band break did kill the energy entirely, and it took 20 minutes to rebuild what had been effortlessly flowing before. Here's a final consideration. Bands are less flexible in real time. A DJ can read the room and pivot instantly. Guests aren't dancing to this genre, okay? Switch, energy dipping, drop a crowd pleaser. Bands are locked into a more structured set, which can be an advantage if you want a curated, cinematic feel, but a disadvantage if you need adaptability. This isn't about bands being worse. I want to be very clear about that. It's about understanding the trade-offs. A band creates a specific kind of magic, the kind that comes from watching human beings create sound in real time right in front of you. That's visceral. That's memorable. That's something a playlist can never replicate. But that magic comes with operational constraints, and if you don't design around those constraints, they can become problems. If you're hiring a band, here's what you need to plan for. Confirm your venue has adequate power and space. If it's an outdoor event, you may need generator rentals. If it's a small room, a full band might overwhelm the space. Build breaks into your timeline strategically. Schedule them during dinner service or cocktail hour, moments when guests aren't expecting high energy anyway. Have a backup plan. Hire a DJ to cover breaks or create a curated playlist that maintains mood without losing flow. Vet the band's repertoire. If there are specific songs that matter to you, culturally significant music, family requests, songs that define key moments, confirm the band can perform them live and ask to hear samples. Understand the full cost. Don't just look at the performance fee. Ask about travel, setup time, equipment rentals, sound engineering, overtime charges if the event runs long. If you do all of this, a live band can be one of the most powerful emotional choices you make. If you don't, it can become the most expensive mistake. Section 3. DJs offer range and real-time flexibility, but skill level varies dramatically. A great DJ can read a room and adapt in ways a band simply cannot. But not all DJs are created equal, and a bad one will flatten your event faster than any other vendor mistake. The difference between a great DJ and a mediocre one isn't playlist size, it's psychological intelligence. And most people have no idea how to vet for it. DJs offer flexibility and range that's hard to beat. A skilled DJ can transition between genres and generations and cultures seamlessly. They can read the room quickly and pivot in real time based on guest reactions. Here's what that actually means. A great DJ understands pacing psychology. They know when to build energy, when to let it breathe, when to surprise, when to give people what they expect. They understand cultural context. They know which songs resonate with which demographics and how to layer those intelligently throughout the night. DJs also take up significantly less space and require less production infrastructure. One person, one booth, some equipment. It's cleaner, more budget-friendly, and logistically simpler, especially for venues with tight layouts or sound restrictions. But not all DJs are equal. A bad DJ can completely flatten the energy of an event. I'm talking about the ones who talk too much on the mic, play requests without considering the flow, or rely on generic quote-unquote wedding playlists instead of understanding the specific story your event is telling. The issue is that DJs are harder to vet than bands. With a band, you can see them perform live or watch multiple videos. With a DJ, you're often evaluating based on reputation, referrals, and a conversation about style. You need to ask, do they understand pacing? Have they worked events like yours before? Can they read a room that's 60% one demographic and 40% another? And here's the nuance. A great DJ doesn't just play songs, they build an emotional arc. They create peaks and valleys. They know how to make a room feel like it's experiencing something together, not just hearing background music. That's a skill set and it's rare. I've worked with DJs who treated every event like a club night. High energy from the first song to the last. No breathing room, no sensitivity to the program. And I've worked with DJs who understood that a 50th birthday celebration needs a different arc than a corporate gala, and who could shift seamlessly between both. The difference is psychological intelligence, the ability to read energy, anticipate what's needed next, and make real-time decisions that serve the experience. If you're hiring a DJ, here's how to vet for skill, not just style. Ask about their process for building a set. Do they arrive with a rigid playlist, or do they adapt based on the room? How do they handle unexpected requests? How do they manage transitions between program elements, speeches, toasts, dancing? Request references from events similar to yours. A DJ who crushes nightclub gigs might struggle with a formal dinner. A DJ who excels at weddings might not understand the tone of a corporate event. Context matters. Have a conversation about guest demographics. Explain the cultural makeup of your guest list, ages, backgrounds, musical preferences. See if they ask thoughtful questions or just say, "I've got you covered." Confirm they understand the role of silence. A great DJ knows when not to play music. During speeches, toasts, video presentations, meaningful moments, silence or very subtle background music is often the right choice. If your DJ doesn't grasp that, they'll overpower moments that should breathe. Finally, trust your instincts. If the DJ feels like they're performing for you during the consultation, that's a red flag. You want someone who listens more than they talk, who asks questions about your vision, who treats this as a design conversation, not a sales pitch. When you find a DJ who gets it, you have found someone who can shape your event in ways you didn't even know were possible. Now, if you're realizing that this decision is more layered than you thought, and you're wondering how to apply this framework in your specific event, that's exactly what I help clients with. I don't just recommend vendors, I design the entire emotional architecture of your event so that every choice serves the experience you're trying to create. If you're planning a wedding, corporate gathering, or milestone celebration in Los Angeles and want to work together, I'll link my contact information in the description. Let's make sure your event is felt, not just scheduled. Section 4, hidden logistical factors that shape your decision more than you think. Before you even think about preference, you need to understand the logistical constraints that may decide for you, because some venues, timelines, and guest counts make one option far more viable than the other. Your venue might have already decided for you and no one told you. Here's what to check before you fall in love with an option that won't work. I also want to discuss the hidden considerations people forget to think about. For example, venue sound restrictions can impact live bands more heavily than DJs. Outdoor events may require additional power and audio infrastructure for bands. Guest count matters too. A huge ballroom with 250 guests may benefit from the visual and energetic presence of a band, whereas a smaller intimate dinner party may feel more cohesive with a curated DJ set. Let's start with sound restrictions. Many venues, especially in residential areas, historic properties, or luxury hotels, have decibel limits or hard sound curfews. Live bands, especially horn sections or full drum kits, can exceed those limits easily. DJs can modulate volume more precisely and are generally easier to keep within restrictions. Outdoor events add another layer. Bands need power, substantial power. If your venue doesn't have the electrical infrastructure, you're looking at generator rentals, additional load-in time, and coordination with your venue and production team. DJs require far less. Guest count and room size matter more than people realize. A band in a 50-person room can feel overwhelming, both sonically and spatially. A DJ in a 300-person ballroom can feel small and underproduced unless you're adding visual elements or uplighting to compensate. Timeline and schedule flow also play a role. If you're hosting a 4-hour event with multiple program elements, speeches, awards, video presentations, a DJ offers more seamless integration. Bands work beautifully for continuous entertainment blocks, but can feel disjointed if you're constantly stopping and starting. And then there's the question of production partnerships. Some bands come with their own sound engineers and know how to work with venue staff. Others expect you to provide all technical support. DJs typically manage their own setup, but you need to confirm that up front. Miscommunication here creates a day of chaos. I've seen events where the client assumed the band would handle all audio needs, and the band assumed and the venue would provide a sound engineer. Day of, no one was prepared, and the first hour of the event was spent troubleshooting instead of creating an experience. These are the details that don't make it into Pinterest boards or Instagram reels, but they're the details that determine whether your event flows or fractures. Here's what to do before you commit to band or DJ. Call your venue and ask about sound restrictions. Get specific. What are the decibel limits? What time does music have to end? Are there restrictions on live instruments or amplified sound? Confirm power availability. If you're hosting outdoors or in a non-traditional venue, ask if the electrical infrastructure can support a full band. If not, what's the cost of generators or additional power sources? Think about your guest count and room dimensions. Will a band visually dominate the space? Will a DJ feel too small or underproduced? Sometimes the right answer is hybrid, a DJ with visual enhancements like uplighting or projection mapping. Map your timeline. If your event has a complex program with speeches, toasts, and video presentations, think about how band breaks or transitions will affect flow. A DJ might be the more seamless option. Ask about production coordination. Who handles sound engineering? Who coordinates with the venue's AV team? Make sure roles and responsibilities are clear before the event, not during setup. These aren't sexy questions, but they are the ones that protect your experience from preventable problems. Section 5, the hybrid option no one talks about enough, and why it's often the best solution. The smartest clients I work with don't choose band or DJ, they combine both. I'd also love to touch on hybrid entertainment options because some of the best events combine both, like a DJ with a live saxophonist, percussionist, or vocalist layered in. That can create the energy and wow factor of live entertainment without the full operational complexity and cost of a large band. Here's what hybrid looks like in practice. You hire a DJ as your primary entertainment and layer in 1 or 2 live musicians, a saxophonist who improvises over the DJ's set, a percussionist who adds live rhythm during peak energy moments, a vocalist who performs 2 or 3 key songs live, then steps back while the DJ continues. Why this works: you get the flexibility and range of a DJ with the visceral emotional impact of live performance. Guests experience surprise and delight. They don't expect live instrumentation at a DJ set, so it elevates the perceived production value instantly. Cost-wise, it's far more manageable than a full band. You're paying for 1 or 2 additional performers rather than 5 to 8. Setup is simpler, space requirements are smaller, and you're not sacrificing flexibility. The DJ still controls pacing and can adapt in real time. I've used this approach for corporate events, weddings, and milestone celebrations, and it works especially well when you want to create Instagram-worthy moments without losing the energy flow that makes guests stay on the dance floor. One example, a client wanted the elegance of live music, but was worried about breaks and song limitations. We hired a DJ and added a violinist for a cocktail hour and a live percussionist for the reception. Guests felt like they experienced live entertainment all night, but we never lost momentum. That's hybrid done right. The other advantage, hybrid setups create visual interest. A saxophonist on stage with a DJ, a violinist moving through the room during cocktail hour, a vocalist stepping into the spotlight for a signature song. These are moments guests photograph, share, and remember, but they don't disrupt flow. The DJ keeps the energy moving while the live musician adds texture and surprise. If you're considering hybrid entertainment, here's how to execute it well. Choose musicians who have experience working with DJs. Not all live performers know how to improvise over electronic music or blend with a DJ's set. You want musicians who understand collaboration, not just performance. Be strategic about when live elements appear. A saxophonist during high-energy dance sets creates excitement. A violinist during cocktail hour creates elegance. A vocalist during a meaningful moment, like a first dance or tribute, creates emotion. Coordinate with your DJ in advance. The DJ and live musicians need to rehearse or at least discuss song choices, transitions, and cues. Don't assume it will just work on the day of. Budget realistically. Hybrid isn't cheap, but it's more affordable than a full band. Expect to pay your DJ's fee plus an additional fee for each live musician, usually a few $100 to a few $1,000 per performer, depending on their experience and your location. And finally, use hybrid to solve specific problems. If your venue has sound restrictions that make a full band impossible, hybrid gives you live energy within limits. If your timeline has breaks that would kill momentum with a band, hybrid gives you continuity. If you want Instagram moments but need flexibility, hybrid gives you both. This isn't about compromise. It's about design. Section 6. How to make the decision. Here's the exact framework I use with clients to decide, and it has nothing to do with budget or trends. It's about emotional intention and guest transformation. Stop asking band or DJ. Start asking this instead. This is the only question that actually matters. The overall point of the video is that entertainment is not background noise. It's one of the biggest drivers of emotion, pacing, guest experience, and memory making at an event. Clients should choose entertainment based on the feeling they want guests to walk away with, not just what looks impressive online. Here's the framework. Step 1. Define the emotional arc of your event. What do you want guests to feel during key moments? Arrival, cocktail hour, dinner, celebration, send-off. Write it down. I want guests to feel welcomed and curious during cocktail hour. I want them to feel moved during dinner. I want them to feel energized and connected during dancing. Step 2. Match entertainment to those emotional beats. Live music creates intimacy and gravitas. DJs create energy and adaptability. Hybrid creates surprise and versatility. Which option serves the feeling you defined in step 1? Step 3, audit your constraints. Venue restrictions, budget, space, timeline, guest demographics. These aren't reasons to compromise your vision. They're parameters that help you choose the right tool for the job. Step 4, vet for skill, not just style. If you're hiring a band, see them live or watch full set videos. If you're hiring a DJ, ask about their process for reading a room and building an arc. If you're doing hybrid, confirm the musicians and DJ have worked together or are willing to collaborate closely. Step 5, protect the flow. Build in buffer strategies. Backup DJ during band breaks, curated playlist for low energy transitions, or a master of ceremonies who can hold energy during changeovers. Don't leave gaps that kill momentum. The goal is for guests to leave your event feeling something they didn't expect. Moved, energized, connected, surprised. That's what great entertainment does. It doesn't just fill time, it shapes the experience so completely that guests feel like they were part of a story, not just attendees at a party. And that's not about band versus DJ, it's about design thinking. It's about knowing what you're trying to create and choosing the tools that serve that vision. That's the difference between an event that's managed and one that's designed.